everybody, it's Kathy Champion, and today I want to talk to you about Stampin' Up. And today's my birthday, March 11th, and just between you and me, I turned 65 today, but I don't feel 65. So we're just going to call it just a number, okay? What I wanted to do is I wanted to show you this birthday, happy birthday to you stamp set. This is a Stampin' Up stamp set, and this cannot be purchased. You earn this as a free gift for spending $50 in my online store. So for every $50 that you spend, you get to pick out something out of these two Bration catalogs. So there's everything from paper to embellishments to punches, stamp sets. That is such a cute one right there. The gang's all mirror, and it's all these little meerkats. This water lily is absolutely beautiful, and it's free with a $50 purchase. You can, if you spend $100, you can get the die set. So of course you would need to spend $150 to get both of them. But you can mix and match. If you spend $100 and you don't want the die set, you get to pick two of the $50 items. This paper pack right here is gorgeous. So this is a sale incentive that started in January. There's that happy birthday stamp. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And there you've got this little card kit. It's called the Kerchief Card Kit. $50, you can get that. They give so many incentives to if you buy from Stampin' Up, you will always earn free products. There's two ways of earning free products. You can be a shopper and earn free products, or you can host an online party. And all you have to do is go to Facebook, let me know that you want to host a party. I will give you the tools that you need. I will send you the website where you can download the online catalog for your guest members to be able to have that catalog to look at. And you also can look through the sale Bration catalogs. The other way that you can earn product is by becoming a demonstrator yourself. Now, you don't have to sell. If you want to come in and get the kit, and the kit is absolutely wonderful. You get, for free, this cute little mini Stampin' Up trimmer. It's a little guillotine trimmer. Very sharp. It has a guide right here, and it does go over to 4 1/4 inches, so it's great for your card making. It is small, and you would need a bigger trimmer most of the time, but you can make this work. So it is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So it's just a great little trimmer, and I absolutely love this for cutting down small pieces. So that's a freebie. Plus, you get to pick out of the main catalog or the mini catalog, which here is your annual catalog, and then you have your mini catalog. And the mini catalog has things that just came out, some of the newer items. There's stuff in here that you won't find in the big one, and vice versa. So you can pick out any one stamp set, no matter the value. So if you see a stamp set that's a $35, I believe there's one that's like a $52 or maybe $55. You can get that for absolutely free for signing up. And you also get a sample of the paper pumpkin kit. So you will get this, the stamp set of your choice, and the trimmer just for signing up. But this is for people that sign up between January the 1st and March the 31st. So you only have a couple of weeks now to take advantage of these promotions that they're giving. On top of those three wonderful prizes, you also get to pick out of any of the mini catalog or this catalog $125 worth of product. So you basically build your kit. So for $99, you pick out $125 worth of product. You pick out a stamp of any price point of your choice, plus you get the paper pumpkin kit, you get the mini trimmer, and you also get a pack, a 6x6. Let me see if I can find mine. It is right here. Nope, that's not it. It is this one. You get this wonderful 6x6 paper pack of just absolutely beautiful papers. And all of this for $99. I mean, you cannot beat it. Now, are you obligated to sell if you sign up? Absolutely not. You can sign up and get all of this wonderful free stuff, and then you can stay in it just to shop for yourself and get a discount on all your products. Or you can just drop out afterwards. Look at this beautiful paper. This is a huge pack of 6x6. Look at those colors. Are they not just gorgeous? Beautiful, beautiful papers. So all of that is for $99. And if you have tax in your area, it is plus tax, absolutely free shipping. So this is a great time if you have ever thought about wanting some Stampin' Up! Products. And I have to tell you, I didn't always embrace Stampin' Up! But once I took a look at what they had to offer, what happened with me is I decided that there was a couple of things I wanted. One was the trimmer, and y'all have all seen me use it. I have fallen in love with this trimmer slash scoreboard. You have your scoring blade that actually comes down and sits right here, and then you can put your paper in, you can do your cutting, and then you can put your card back in and score it. I love this trimmer. The other thing I like about it is you have a 6-inch space on here. So if you're doing a 5.5, a 4 1/4 by 5.5 card, you don't have to swing the arm out to cut it. Such a time saver. I love it. This, I cannot say enough of good things about this trimmer. It cuts like butter. You can buy replacement blades. A wonderful. I chose this in my kit because this was one item that I wanted so bad. And I'm so glad that I did, because I do absolutely adore it. So if you have thought about, ever thought about Stampin' Up!, now would be the perfect time to come in. Or if you've ever wanted product and you want to earn some freebies, that would be the time. Also, one more incentive for anybody that has a party and you sell at least $300 in product. Let me show you this adorable little stamp. I should have grabbed, here it is. Little ladybug. Now I want you to look at these stinking cute images. Now this is only as a, this is only given out as a hostess gift with an order of $300 or more. But now if you are a person that has a lot of money, not all of us do, but if you do, and you want to place an order for $300, you'll get this too. But if you want to do a party, look at these. Look at the personality on that little face. Look at that one looking back. I love the stamp set. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it's a freebie. It is absolutely free if you host a $300 party or if you purchase $300 worth of product, whichever. So this is not offered in your kit. This is a hostess gift, so it's definitely not offered. So those are just some of the incentives. So without any further ado, you'll also, if you sign up, you will get a catalog of everything that is available. You'll get a packet that shows you how to start your business. So it is a wonderful opportunity, and we all know that we love our crafting products, and I will be perfectly honest with you. Everything that I have gotten with Stampin' Up!, I have been super pleased with it. It's high quality product. The stamps, they stamp fantastic. And I just cannot say enough of good things about them. Okay, so without any further ado, I am going to pull some products out here, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We are going to use the birthday stamp set, and that's this one right here. We are going to use, I'm going to use the Misti, and I'm going to show you. A lot of their stamp sets are either photopolymer or they're the red cling stamps. This is the red cling. I am in love with these cling stamps. I think they stamp so beautifully, and I love them. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this today. We are going to be using our Misti, and you can use these thicker cling stamps in your Misti. All you have to do is take out your matting. And if you lift everything up out of your Misti, you have this little foam. Just take it out, lay it to the side, and then you can put your paper back in here with your magnets and stamp these on there, and it will close. Now if you don't take that out, you will run into a little bit of problem in getting it to stamp out for you. So let me grab a couple of things. One is going to be a scrap piece of paper. You know, I told y'all I put my scraps of white in a little baggie like this, so that when I need a piece to stamp on, I can just come in here and grab a piece. And I need a nice white piece that's not watercolor paper. I think this piece right here will work. I'm trying to get it out without making too much noise. Let's see, will that work? Yep, that will definitely work. So anytime you use your scrap pieces and you accumulate a basket or a little box full of them, cut them down into usable pieces and put them in a baggie like that. I have found that I am getting so much more use out of my scraps by cutting them down into usable pieces. Just a thought. Alright, I'm going to put that magnet right there, and this one, my bar magnet, I'm going to put right there. I don't want that piece of paper to move because I am going to use an ink. I'm going to use my hybrid inks, and I carry these in my store as well, not Stampin' Up, but in my Random Acts of Crafting store. So I have two stores now. I have my Random Acts of Crafting, which I sell a lot of different products like inks and Nuvo Markers and things like that, but I also have my Stampin' Up website where you can go, and both of those links will be linked below. So take a look. You know, go in and take a look and see what you think. Alright, we're going to go ahead and ink this up, and I'm going to ink it in black. And I'm using this Nuvo hybrid ink because I want to color with my alcohol markers. And because I'm coloring with alcohol markers, I don't want it to smear. If I use the VersaFine Onyx Black, which I know I love my Onyx Black, I would have smearing, because once that alcohol hits that ink, it will smear it. This is a hybrid ink, and it doesn't. I love this because of that. And you get a really decent impression. Now, usually you have to do it twice, so if you want a really dark, but look at that. We could absolutely get away with that. That's gorgeous. But I am going to ink it up one more time, just for good measure. And that's why your Misti comes in so handy if you have any type of stamping tool or apparatus. Stampin' Up does sell one. I don't know that it's as good as the Misti, because I'll be the first one to tell you that I only recommend products that I love. I love my Mistis. I have not used anything that I like any better than Misti. So I would say if you are in the market for a stamping platform or a stamping tool like this, I would definitely look in to investing into the Misti. They come in two sizes. The small one is the mini, and then they come into a full size, which if you can only afford to get one of them, spend the extra money and get the big one. The reason I say that is your big one will accommodate any size paper, whereas, or bigger size paper I should say, whereas the mini will only accommodate a smaller sheet. And let me show you the difference in the size. This is your full-size Misti, and this is your mini Misti. And as you can see, you have a much bigger platform here than you have here. So I believe the retail price, and these are hardly ever on sale. These are $45 and these are $60. Maymay does carry them in her store, and I will link that below in case you want to go and grab one. Alright, so we got this beautiful cake, two-tiered cake with these flowers on it. So now what we need to do is decide how we want to color it. So what I want to do is I'm going to color it, color the flowers, and then we are going to fussy cut it. So I'm going to actually do this off camera, and I will show you the colors I'm going to use. I am going to use in the marine blues. I am going to use number 425 and 427 for my cake. I'm going to use the yellow 403 for my cake plate, and I'm going to use my pinks, which are going to be 449 and 451 for my flowers, and for my leaves I'm going to use the woodland greens. No, I'm sorry, these are not woodland greens. These are, hang on one second, I'll tell you which greens those are, because I want to make sure, and I will list all of these ink colors in the description as well. So let's see, this is Persian, these are the Irish clover. These are Irish clover. You know what, I'm not going to use these. I am going to use, let's see, 359. I'm going to use my Emerald Seas, and I'll tell you why. If anybody wants to pick these up, right now the Irish clover is out of stock, and I have not been able to get those from Nuvo. So I'm going to use the emerald greens, and I'm going to use natural patina and pillow mint. So those are the colors that we're going to use. I'm glad I thought about that before I actually put my colors down. So I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to color these in, and then we will meet right back up and I'll show you how beautiful this is going to be. Be right back. Alright, we are back, and I have the cake completely colored and cut out, and I'm going to zoom y'all in so you can see it. And what we're going to do now, let me leave it right there. I have these dies that I decided I wanted to use, and these are just a framelit set of dies, and you can find something very similar to this in most places. I ordered these, and it's been a long time ago. I didn't keep the packaging or anything, so I wish I could tell you what brand they were, but this is all I have. I have a magnetic sheet with them on it. And there is 4 dies in the set, and they go from their nestables. And I'm sure Spellbinders has a lot of nestabilities, and so that's the way they look sitting out. I'm going to zoom y'all back out just a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one and this one, so it will be the second and third. And I'm going to lay these back onto my magnet. And what I did is I took a lavender piece of paper and I cut the smaller one out. So we have that one. And then I cut the larger one out of white. I'll get that turned the right way. So what I want to do now is I want to put these two together, because I think this makes quite the statement like this. So what I need to decide is, do I want this to be foamed up or do I want it to be flat? And I am thinking I noticed a little bit of white right there and a teeny bit right here. Like so. I think I might snip a little bit of this white out. I was rushing when I was fussy cutting because I wanted to get back to the video. So sometimes it doesn't pay to rush. So anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and trim this out. Seems a little ironic that I'm actually making a birthday card on my birthday, but hey, what a better day to make a birthday card than on your birthday. I could always give this to my husband to give to me for my birthday. My husband's not a crafty person. He doesn't, I don't think he would ever come in and sit down and attempt to do anything like this. It's just not in his makeup. So, alright, I'm going to trim a little bit more right around here. I don't want to take the black off, but I do want to get that white. I just want to get that white off, because the white's going to really show when I lay it down on that lavender. You know, I don't mind it on the bottom, I just didn't want it on this top piece. So I'm going to trim this just a hair more. Yep, and as you can see, it was just, like I said, it was just a hair. And I think what I want to do is I am going to pop this up. So I'm going to get some Scotch tape, dimensional foam, and I'm going to cut a piece off of about like that. And then we're going to decide how we want to put this on. And I think 3 pieces across there will be good. So I'm going to cut 1. And these 2 will go on the top and the bottom. I'm going to put the wider piece in the middle. Okay, just like that. I'm going to take the backer off. And we're just going to adhere this down. And I also think I want to pop up the, I'm going to hold this up like this so that I can get it lined up just like I want it. And that looks really good. And I think I want to pop my cake up. So I'm going to grab one more piece. And I'm going to cut a piece that I can kind of customize. So about like that. Let me zoom y'all back out a little bit. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to decide exactly where I want this to live. And I know I need a thin piece to go right about here. And then I need a piece about like that to go here. This is what I love about this foam tape. You can cut your pieces however you need them to fit on your project. So that's what makes the foam tape such a good value, because you can customize it. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to like this. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Oops. I lost that for a minute. And then I'm going to pull that up. I really, really love this birthday cake stamp set. I thought it's just gorgeous. I'm going to bring my cake down to the bottom, just centering it up pretty good, just like that. Isn't that beautiful? I may take a lavender if I can find a deeper one that will match. And I'll tell you how I'm going to check that. I'm going to hold this up. That looks pretty close. So I'm going to go in here. Just kind of touch that up to make it look like it's blending in to that purple background. I like that. Alright. So now we need to cut our card base, and I'm going to use this pretty piece of yellow because I think the white and the yellow will be really pretty on there. And let's grab our trimmer. And I think I want my card to open landscape, so I'm going to cut it at 5.5. And see what I mean? You can put 5.5 inch without swinging this arm out, which is fantastic. So I'm going to lock that down and cut that in half. And then I can lay this over here at 4.25. Just like that. I'm going to push my cut blade all the way up, and then I'm going to come in with my score blade. And y'all look at that. Look at that nice crease, and it falls together beautifully. So I'm going to move our scoreboard out for just a moment, and I'm going to get my bone folder because I do want to make sure I get a good crease. And even though the trimmer did give us a score line, you still need to varnish those down. Now let's bring this onto the card, just like that. And give me just a second. It looked like I had a message that came in. And I did. That was a text message from my daughter-in-law wishing me a happy birthday. How sweet. Okay, so we're going to put this on here like so. Is that not gorgeous? And then I've got room here to put a little banner that can say happy birthday. Okay, sorry about my interruption, but because today is my birthday, I have a lot of people that have been calling me, texting me, and wishing me a happy birthday. So I do apologize. But what we've done so far is I put foam tape down and put this down, and then I put foam tape down for the cake. And we have the cake on, and we have our yellow card base, and this is an A2 size card. It is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And then this is going to live right on front, just like that. And what I'm going to do is I am going to cut a white strip. So I am going to, actually I'm going to grab a piece of paper that is new. And the reason I want a new piece is I want to cut a 1-inch strip. And I think a 1 inch will do it. I picked out this stamp from this little stamp set, and this was given to me in some Happy Mail. And if y'all remember, a friend of mine, Nancy Boatwright, from who I got the Nancy card from, she sent me in her mail this stamp set, and it is a happy birthday stamp. And it's got happy birthday to you, and I love that. So what I want to do is I want to see just how wide this is. And I think a 1-inch strip will be perfect, yeah. So we're going to do a 1-inch strip, and I'm going to do it off of the top edge of the paper. So I'm going to use this side of my scoreboard, and I'm going to line that up on the 1-inch side. And we're just going to slice that off. That way I know that I have the perfect piece that I need. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to score, let's see, I'm going to measure this first. Let's see, let's see if we go at 4. Alright, let's go ahead and do 6. I'm going to cut this off and make it a 1x6. And then what I am going to do is I am going to try to stamp this right in the middle. So in order to get that in the middle, I am going to do a little bit of an overkill. I'm going to put this down on here. I might even put a piece of tape just to hold it in place. So I'm going to tape that there and tape it right here. And this is going to help gauge where I want to do it like this. This is going to help me gauge where I want to stamp, because I really want this to be square in the middle, and I think if I go right there, that will be my middle. So I am kind of eyeballing it but measuring it at the same time. So, you know, use your guidelines on your mat to help you with things like this. So if I stamp in between these two, that's 1, 2 inches. That's 1, that's 2 inches, and this is 2 inches. So if I stamp right in the middle of that 2-inch mark, that should be perfect. So I'm going to bring it back to the ink, and I'm going to stamp it right in here. Just like that. And I'm just going to hold it. I want to allow that ink to transfer over to my paper. Try to avoid twisting your stamps when you are stamping, because that will give you kind of a, I don't know, a little bit of a wonky image. It can look a little shadowy. Okay, that looks really good. So now I am going to take my little pieces of purple tape off, and that worked really well. And okay, again, I do apologize for all of my many interruptions, but anyway, where we're at now is I got this stamped, and it looks very even. So now what we need to decide is where we want to fold this, and I am going to use the scoreboard again to get where I want to fold it. So I want to fold it right about to the edge of where the happy birthday is, but only about a 1/4 inch over. So where my Y's at, I want to line it up on the 1/4 inch line right there. So, and you can do this on your scoreboard if you don't have this particular trimmer and scoreboard, but I'm just going to make a score line right there. And then I'm going to bring it down and do the same thing here, but I'm going to have the H to line up on this one. And then I'm going to close it down, and I'm going to score. Then I want to come down, I want to come back and score a 1/2 inch. So a 1/2 inch in, and you'll see why I'm doing it like this in just a moment. I'm going to score right there, which gives me a 1/2 inch from where the other score line was. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to bring it over and line it up at a 1/2 inch. That's a 1/2. And I'm going to score right there. And now we have the ability to make this into a banner that will actually sit up on our card. We're just going to fold it in like that and in like that, and we're going to dovetail these ends. I am going to cut them off by about a 1/2. So I'm going to take about a 1/2 inch off. So 1/2 inch there. And we're going to turn it around and do a 1/2 inch here. And then we can dovetail these ends, and this is going to be super cute sitting up at an angle on our card, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to bend this in like that and like that, and then this is going to sit up on our card just like that. So see how it's looking? So what I'm going to do now to dovetail is I'm going to, if you want to measure, you can definitely measure this. So if you wanted to come in, I'll tell you what, let's just do a dot to make sure we're getting it right in the middle. So I'm going to do a dot right there to here, and I'll turn it around and I'm going to do the same thing on that one, on this one. I'm going to do a dot to here to here. This will help you to keep your dots straight and to keep your lines straight. So I'm just going to cut up to that, and then I'm going to cut at an angle from this corner to there, just like that. And just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on this one. We're just going to cut up the middle, and then we're going to angle to here, and then do the same thing on this side, angle it to there, and take it out. And now you have this beautiful little banner that's actually going to sit up. So when we glue this down, we're going to glue it on these little banner edges, and I'll show you exactly how that's going to work. We are going to put it on just like that, and that's going to give us our little happy birthday that's going to be raised up and look oh so cute. Or we could do it across the top. Let's bring it in enough so that that will fold down in case you're mailing the card. Let's see, maybe let's try it like this. I really like it angled here better than I do anywhere else. Okay, so we're just going to fold it down like that, and I'm going to run some art glitter glue right along this edge and right along this edge, just like that. And then I'm going to hold this together, and I'm going to put it on here just like that, and press, 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 and there we go. And there is our little banner. Oops, we still need to put this onto our card base. So I'm going to do some art glitter glue on this. I really wanted to make sure that I got all of the decorations on the front before I started to adhere it down. So look how pretty. There. I think anybody would be happy to receive a handmade card like this. Isn't that gorgeous? So now we need to cut a piece of white, and I think I'm going to mat it in a lavender. So I just need to grab another piece of lavender cardstock. And I thought I had a scrap piece here, but I must have used it because I am not seeing it. So let me grab a scrap. Y'all know I keep all my scraps in a bin. I showed y'all how I do that. So it makes it really easy when I'm looking for a particular color that I can go right to that folder that said purple, and everything that's purple solids is in that folder. So that works really good for me. So I know that I need this to be 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut this down first. And we're going to do the 5 1/4 this way first. And then we're going to cut this piece down to 4. And now this piece is going to go inside of our card, just like that. And then we're going to cut a white piece that's going to be 1/4 inch less than this. So we know that one was at 4. So we're going to cut this one at 3 3/4 by 5, because this was 5 1/4. So we're going to cut this one at 5. And all we have to do now is adhere this in here. So I am going to actually stamp this first, and I want to put one of these birthday sentiments, and I think I want to say wishing you a special day to celebrate your birthday. I like that. And that is kind of a love stamp. You see how used it is? That's a love stamp. And we all love a very loved stamp. I'm going to pull this one off and lay it right there. And I'm going to pick this up, just like so. I'll go ahead and ink it up in my VersaFine. And I'm going to come right about here and stamp. Again, try not to wiggle. Just hold your stamp block very, very firmly and just let that ink transfer. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Alright, now if you wanted to add some little flowers or butterflies, anything like that you wanted to add to your card, here would be the place to do it. And I think I am going to add this little butterfly. I'm looking to see. I got a little black and white one right here. That would be pretty right there. Maybe I'll just do the big one. Oh yeah, I think I like that black and white. That looks really cute together. So I'm gonna actually adhere this one straight down. And this was actually cut out of the butterfly gala paper that Krista sent me. And y'all saw me unwrap that box just this week. And it was so many goodies in there. And that stamped out perfect, or punched out perfect with my butterfly gala punch, which is this one. And again, Stampin' Up. And it punches 2 different butterflies. And the stamp set that goes with this has the small butterfly and the big butterfly, so that you can stamp both at the same time, which is fantastic. I am totally embracing all of my my Stampin' Up products. I love them. So let's go ahead and sit this in here like so. We're going to glue it down. Just like this. And then we are going to lay this in here. Isn't that beautiful? I love lavender and yellow. There's just something about yellow, lavender, and white that screams spring to me. So I think that color combination, it's like the spring green and pink. It is just stunning. I got a little bit of glue on there. That's okay. We're just going to wipe that off. And we're going to glue this down to the center. We're going to get that all centered in just like that. And I'm going to use my bone folder just to kind of make sure everything is pressed in there nice and tight. And that little birthday card is done. Now, it was my birthday, but I did not make this card for me. I have birthdays coming up, and I wanted to make sure that I have birthday cards for all of the people that's special in my life. So this was the reason that I made a birthday card on my birthday. I didn't want anyone to think that I was being what would be the word? Conceited, that I would make myself a birthday card? Nah, that's definitely not me. But I want to thank so many of y'all already have reached out to me today and wished me a happy birthday. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You mean so much to me. I appreciate you. I thank you. And most of all, I pray for you every day. All of my wonderful subscribers, all of the beautiful people that I've met over the last 8 or 9 months. I'll be coming up on my 1-year anniversary in June the 23rd, and I could not be more thrilled with my journey. Yeah, I'm not running numbers crazy, but you know, that's not my purpose. My purpose is to share my love of crafting with all of you, and to also share the love of Christ that's in my heart, and I want to pass that on to your heart. I love each and every one of you so very much. I am blessed to know you. Make today a glorious day. Celebrate you. and you will be helping me to celebrate my day. So God bless, and as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to Jesus. If you keep that in the center part of your mind, you'll be surprised the things that you will not say or do, because it will not bring glory to Him. So until we craft again, God bless, bunches and bunches and lots of love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.